Hi YouTube! Thanks for tuning in to our startup channel PowerUpGaming. This is our first video. Hooray! We'll be taking out the stigma that all gamers are nerds, geeks, or bums, and we're introducing you to the idea that we're just like you. Watching your movies and your series, we just prefer to hold the controller while doing those. PUG's intention is to get you involved, engaged, and entertained. So in behalf of the team that makes all this possible, welcome to PowerUpGaming. With that said, we'd like to tickle your palate with our top 7 games for MidYear 2015. The best thing about role-playing games is the very essence of the genre. These allow you to play a more personal role in the game. That's why they take so long and capture our hearts in sometimes a scarily deep manner. It's our own lives and tales developers choose to create, even if that life means being a monster hunter for hire who can kill anything with swords and magic. And such are the shoes we fill when we play as Geralt of Rivia. With the amount of epic armors you can craft, the obnoxious dialogue options you can choose from, the seemingly endless quests, to the sunsets and foliage, everything tells you that The Witcher 3 is a story that you make. A story built with your own choices. And isn't that what life's all about? With its brilliant storyline, varying battles, expansive crafting system, enormous map, incredible sights, awesome voice acting, engaging moral choices, and overall heart that was put into this game by CD Projekt Red, The Witcher 3 is our top RPG game for the mid-year, and probably for the next couple of years to come. It's simply that epic.
We going?
Online multiplayers extend the boundaries of the average game by giving you the option to cross another dimension of gaming by including a friend or a complete stranger into your game or vice versa. Online games, pretty much like team sports, require team effort, unity, cooperation, and the proper use of a microphone. For that very reason, online multiplayers are fun because you get to interact with real people. Gone are the days when moms tell us to go out and play with friends. We're already playing with our friends right in the comfort of our couches. That is why Destiny, our top pick for online multiplayer, is the online game that we think is the best out there right now. This game gives you an excellent first-person shooter experience. Being a product of the developers of Halo, we have grown accustomed to its excellent musical scoring and brilliant sound effects. Just like MMORPGs out there, you get to upgrade your weapons, dress your character up, and battle it out with your friends in PvP. Just don't tick them off so much, they might not resurrect you when that tough boss takes you down. Like real sports, whenever you score a point, you can't help celebrating. People jump and wave their hands, soccer players run to their teammates to hug it out, basketball players pump their chests with mouths wide open, and sometimes, unfortunately, some of them elbow people in the neck. When, however, you're playing a game like NBA 2K15 and you just posterize your friend on the other end of the court, you're most likely on your couch being limited to the somewhat satisfying fist bump. And of course, there's that annoyed look your friend will give you for getting your TT on, while he mashes that X button repeatedly to skip your awesome replay. Pretty much like every single sport franchise, we too get our moments under the spotlight when we dunked on. And for those reasons, those little bits of friendly banter and the whole idea that you get to create your own player, establish yourself in the league, be the MVP, and best of all, get to dunk on Kobe and LeBron, make NBA 2K15 the game that it is.
So much, Kevin, it's not easy in the NBA.
Action games nowadays usually involve a huge arsenal of guns, protagonists wearing shades, dudes wearing trench coats, and the like. That isn't the case with Bloodborne. This game is action-packed without all those things I previously mentioned. Well, maybe except for the trench coats. However, these games have one thing in common, and that is making your heart pump blood double time. And that is particularly true for nearly every boss fight in Bloodborne. But oh, how it's satisfying every single time I defeated a boss, only to die again upon unlocking the next area of Bloodborne. But death in this world is the solid cornerstone upon which this game is built on. Paying careful attention to how your character moves, how your enemies behave, and how much health you have, you're always on your toes because dying is very costly in this game. Blood echoes are this game's currency, and you lose all of these hard-earned, disgusting amounts of blood if you aren't very careful. Dying in this game gives you a moment to pause, reevaluate your strategy, devise a new plan of attack, and execute. It's also good to take a quick break because let's be honest, dying is pretty hard work. A good way to get through its levels easier is to choose the weapon you're most comfortable using. Build your character wisely, and always strategize your approach. Bloodborne will either let you leave crying to your mama, or make you come begging for more. You must be this brave to play this game. Open world games are great if you want to do things that you can't do IRL. That means in real life. Unless you want to get arrested, beat up, or plain shot down. Things like carry over a dozen guns in unimaginably huge, non-protruding pockets, or driving like a maniac in Monday traffic. Although there's always the convenience of being able to enter a cab and reach your destination in no more than 10 seconds. Talk about not running late for movies or classes. Oh, the convenience. That is why GTA 5 is the best open world game in the PS4 right now. It is everything that an open world needs, with its realistic 1080p visuals, believably irritating NPCs, melancholic sunsets that make you want to crank up the volume louder. GTA 5 is simply an immersive game that, like an RPG, puts you in the driver's seat and lets you do whatever you want. Despite the campaign being scripted to always end 3 certain ways, it offers the players a sense of freedom that no other game allows you. Unlike some other open world games, like Life, after the main campaign it doesn't really end. Stock markets, hunting, collecting spacecraft parts, and letter scraps, and GTA Online. It's the equivalent of living life within a microcosm of people out to do the same things you do. There's just some weird freedom in shooter games wherein the game just gives you a gun and expects you to be the hero that you are, and most of the time that is exactly what we do. Save an island from a drug lord, kill a terrorist that ensures friendship between Russia and America, save the president of this country here, kill the general of that organization there. Same old, same old. And sometimes, yes sometimes, we heroic sharpshooters would like to feel a little tug in our hearts. Did I hear anyone say friendly fire? Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is as good a shooter as any other shooter gets. It is fun, fast-paced, and familiar, with a few new tweaks to the first-person shooter. This iteration of Call of Duty is a good sign of things to come. It is a healthy note from Sledgehammer Games that they're willing to go beyond the typical M4s and AKs of common shooter games into more diverse and futuristic but not so sci-fi weapons. While some may think that this formula is a bit repetitive, it's good to point out that the enhanced visuals, new equipment, and excellent voice acting make the players feel anything.
Let's do this! Mitchell! Hines! Lead out! And that's where I come in.
For the longest time, the only new games on the PS4 were remastered versions of old PS3 games, and while it doesn't sound very exciting, it was actually a good and refreshing way to see just how far the old reliable has gotten already. When we thought it just couldn't get any better, here comes the remastered version with a Left Behind DLC included in the game itself, as if we needed more reason to play the heart-pounding, gut-wrenching, and moral compass-shaking game that is The Last of Us. For some who may not notice any difference between the two versions, the best way to see it is by playing both of them. But of course, the PS4 version loads way faster. So if you like eating while playing games, you won't have a chance to do it with the loading screens this time around. The enhanced visuals, the solid 60 frames per second, The Last of Us remains to be a tried and true gem to the PlayStation world. It marked an end of a console, but it brought life into the start of a better one.
Man. I shot the hell out of that guy, huh?
Thank you for watching that video, thank you for liking that video, and thank you for subscribing to our channel. Please also like us on Facebook, and please upload your game videos so that we can maybe feature them in one of our videos soon. Thank you very much on behalf of the team, and we'll catch you later. Play on, playa.